Bollywood beats just stole the show. King Charles and Queen Camilla got a Doom Machael welcome at Westminster Abbey, courtesy of the Sri Muktajivan Swamabapa Pipe Band. That's right, Britain's monarchy entered with the same theme song that introduced Hrithik Roshan as a high-speed international thief. The irony? Not lost on Desi Twitter. One user summed it up best. Of course, they play Doom Machael as an ode to Hrithik dressed as Camilla. Skull another joked. Aryan Hrithik's character finally coming to reclaim the Kohinoor Doom style. And just when you thought it couldn't get more cinematic, Prince William and Kate Middleton made their entrance to Terry Mary from Bodyguard, because nothing screams British royalty like Salman Khan's tragic love song. A couple in Guangzhou, China, got a little too enthusiastic in the bedroom, leading worried neighbors to call the police. Thinking someone was in distress, dashing away firefighters rushed in, broke down the front door, and were just about to force open a bedroom when out walked a very confused, very shirtless man. His first words, "What are you guys doing?"
A Detroit man's attempt to squash a cockroach turned into an unfortunate live-action cartoon when he ended up shooting himself instead. The 50-year-old wheelchair user thought his shoe would be the ultimate weapon. But plot twist, his hidden revolver had other plans. The gun fell, discharged, and shot him in the foot, proving that the real danger wasn't the roach after all. He was rushed to the hospital in stable condition, but as for the cockroach, no word on its fate, though it's safe to say it won this round. Shocking crime. Copper thief gets instant justice in what might be the most electrifying case of karma this year. A Philadelphia man tried to steal copper wiring and got a shocking surprise instead. The wannabe electrician broke into a transformer box, cut into live high-voltage wiring, and knocked out power for 500 homes and businesses. Unfortunately for him, the only thing he successfully wired was himself, suffering third-degree burns all over his body. Even more shocking, another copper thief tried the same thing the day before, only to end up catching fire. The Kansas babysitter had a real-life horror movie moment when she checked under a child's bed to prove there were no monsters, only to come face-to-face with an actual intruder. The 27-year-old suspect, who had a protection order against him, had been hiding under the bed when the child first reported the eerie presence. Things took a terrifying turn when he attacked the babysitter, knocking the child down in the struggle before fleeing. Authorities later caught him after a foot chase, adding a fresh list of charges to his already troubling rap sheet. Safe to say, this monster won't be hiding under any beds again anytime soon. Illinois' new state flag is the same one it's had since 1915 after months of debate and thousands of new design submissions. Illinois residents have spoken loud and clear. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Despite its infamous nickname SOB, seal on a bedsheet, the current flag won in a landslide, securing 43% of the vote, more than the next 6 finalists combined. Lawmakers originally set up the contest to give Illinois a fresh new look, but voters overwhelmingly chose to stick with the classic bold eagle, sun, and shield design that's been flying high since 1915, with a minor 1970 update adding Illinois in bold letters. One finalist featured a modern sun and prairie design, and while it didn't win, it proved one thing: Illinoisans have strong opinions about their flag. Folks, talk about extreme home makeovers with a side of historical trauma. TikToker Abby thought she was just getting a quaint grade 2 listed holiday home, but instead scored herself a genuine Murder Priests Here collector's edition complete with hidden escape hatch. Our intrepid homebuyer discovered what's known as a priest hole, the 16th century version of a panic room, minus the security cameras and plus a whole lot more actual panic. Back when religious differences meant we might kill you, Catholic priests needed somewhere to hide faster than politicians ducking tough questions. Abby's video tour shows her moving a cabinet, lifting the carpet, and popping open what has to be the world's least appealing trapdoor. Inside, just your standard nightmare fuel of cobwebs and spiders that have been patiently waiting 400 years for their big TikTok debut. Michigan's Brittany Keach just received mail that gives new meaning to delivery delay, a Halloween postcard from 1920 with a 1-cent George Washington stamp. The vintage card, featuring witches and pumpkins, it contained urgent updates like "Mother has awful lame knees," and concluded with a century-old cliffhanger: "Did Roy get his pants fixed?" Local history detectives traced the card to the McQueen family, who previously lived at Keach's address. The USPS suggests it likely got stuck behind equipment or fell through cracks in an old post office. Breaking news: Global tech giants announce AI partnership amid market turbulence in major tech news. Industry leaders announced a groundbreaking coalition to standardize AI development protocols yesterday, with both Apple and Microsoft committing billions to the initiative. But forget all that. Let's discuss what's truly captivating the internet. Why are cats scared of cucumbers? The peculiar phenomenon of felines freaking out over green produce has spawned an entire Reddit community called Cucumber Scaring Cats, where thousands document their pets' dramatic reactions. The setup is simple. Place cucumber behind unsuspecting cat. Watch cat launch into stratosphere when it turns around. Animal behaviorist Jill Goldman explains this isn't your cat being a drama queen. It's pure evolutionary instinct. When cats spot something that wasn't there seconds ago, their survival circuitry triggers an immediate escape first. Ask questions later response. What makes it worse? Placing these green intruders near food bowls, areas cats consider safe zones. As author Pam Johnson-Bennett notes, this is essentially ambushing them in their sanctuary, like finding a stranger in your kitchen during your midnight snack run. The most entertaining theory suggests cats mistake cucumbers for snakes, mortal enemies in the animal kingdom. Your sophisticated house panther with custom toys and gourmet food still runs ancient predator detection software that equates long green thing with deadly danger. So, while world leaders debate policies and markets fluctuate, internet users remain united in their fascination with cucumber-induced cat gymnastics. Just maybe avoid testing this at home. Animal experts warn it causes unnecessary stress to your furry companions. Besides, cats have excellent memories when it comes to planning revenge. Japanese man got much more than the 15-minute massage he bargained for when he dozed off in an electronic store display chair, only to wake up completely alone in a locked department store. The sleepy shopper, identified only by his Twitter handle @_Asphodelus, turned to social media when he discovered his predicament, posting photos of the darkened empty store with the caption, "Oh man, I'm locked in." The images clearly showed the shutters of the store, identified as KS, firmly closed for the night. His unexpected nap triggered an alarm system, alerting police who contacted the store manager before freedom could be granted. The accidental overnight guest had to endure a search by 10 police officers to confirm he wasn't attempting a creative shoplifting scheme. The store manager eventually arrived to release the trapped customer and apologized for staff failing to notice the sleeping man during closing procedures. The customer also offered an apology. His tweet documenting the mishap went viral, with followers responding with a mix of amusement and envy. One user simply questioned, "How did this happen?" while another philosophically noted, "It is a valuable experience." Several commenters admitted being locked overnight in a store was actually a childhood fantasy. Woman arrested for poisoning coworkers' drinks in a disturbing case of workplace hostility gone dangerously wrong. A 56-year-old Polish woman has been arrested for systematically poisoning her coworkers' beverages over a period of several months, apparently motivated by nothing more than personal dislike. The 51-year-old victim, whose identity remains protected, initially dismissed her worsening stomach pain as work-related stress. However, after her condition deteriorated significantly, a hospital visit revealed internal injuries consistent with toxic substance exposure. This medical observation prompted her to connect the dots with the strange taste she'd noticed in her morning tea at work. Rather than confront her colleagues directly, the quick-thinking victim set up a hidden camera in her workplace quarters on Mysłowiecka Street in Warsaw. The footage captured shocking evidence of her coworker deliberately spraying cleaning agents and corrosive substances into her tea and soda bottle on multiple occasions. Police arrested the perpetrator along with a 68-year-old accomplice who admitted to knowing about the poisoning but remained silent. According to sources quoted in Polish media, the motive appears to be nothing more elaborate than simple dislike and resentment over the victim's slightly higher position within the cleaning company. The women simply did not like each other. An anonymous informant told Onet Warsaw, revealing the chillingly petty motivation behind such a dangerous crime. The poisoner now faces up to 20 years in prison, while her older colleague could serve 3 years for failing to report the ongoing crime. Authorities continue investigating whether additional individuals might be involved in this bizarre case of workplace sabotage. This disturbing incident serves as a stark reminder that workplace conflicts left unaddressed can sometimes escalate far beyond typical office politics. A man in Jilin, China ended up in the emergency room after his girlfriend's hand got stuck in his mouth. The couple was attempting to film a funny video to see if her hand was small enough to fit inside his mouth. Spoiler alert, it was, but when she tried to pull it out, his mouth muscles locked up, trapping her hand. As his face turned red, saliva poured down her wrist, and his teeth clamped down on her arm. The situation quickly escalated from quirky to a medical emergency. After struggling to free her hand, the couple sought medical help, leaving doctors baffled.